Hey, thanks for coming back to the channel. This video is about a shooting that is eerily similar to the Trayvon Martin Zimmerman thing. Monday, that was 2 days ago, a teenage boy, 16 years old, in Las Vegas, in a gated community, in kind of an upscale community where he lived, got in an altercation Monday morning around 6 a.m. with a neighbor, not a next door neighbor, but someone who also lived in that community. It was a man, an adult male, who was walking his dog. For some reason, and we don't know the details of that, the two got into a verbal argument of some type, and they both fired at each other. The teenage male was hit once in the face, in the head, and later died of his injuries in the hospital. The other person is not going to be charged because law enforcement has determined it was self-defense, which then suggests that the 16-year-old tried to get into a gunfight and drew first. I would assume that, right? And the second question is, he's too young to legally have a pistol out in public in Nevada, period. So it goes to the point that I've made, is that young people are smelling themselves and think they can go and misbehave. And in this case, he failed the room temperature test because he went up and tried to have a gunfight with somebody who apparently was more skilled than he, and he's died for his troubles. Now, what irritates me is that the family of the young boy is now whining and pissing and moaning and crying about the loss of their kid, and let's do a GoFundMe thing, and he was such a young, nice, blah, blah. Well, if it was all that in a bag of chips and you were doing a good job of parenting, one, you would know or make sure he did not have access to a handgun. Two, that he didn't have the thinking to go and bump titties with somebody and start a gunfight that he probably was going to lose. So I have no sympathy for the young man, is my point. I think that, and this is Nevada, by the way, where this took place, these kind of things are going to happen more because people are going to start defending themselves against people who want to act ugly with them and threaten them. And in this case, it was it. So it's one of those young people that won't get to populate the gene pool in the future. And I think that's good. And I think the parents have learned a lesson. Maybe not. But I am going to end with that. For those of you that like the content, thanks for coming back. Subscribe if you like it. Don't forget to hit the bell icon. And as always, thanks for watching, and carry on.